yeah, testing 1 2 1 2. There's a little something for you, you little biatch.
Watch my 9mm go bang. Watch my 9mm go bang.
Your team's fourth slot remains unfilled, a gap so dire. With Surmi, QBZ and Chakri by your side, a DPS is the obvious choice you decide. But why not a handgun above the squad and inspire? Handguns, though small in frame and firepower, hold their place. They are the backbone of your team, don't let their size deceive. Like Mailing's alcohol, their buffs your dolts will gladly receive. They will enhance your gameplay with a versatile grace. Stetchkin, known as Ksenia, sets the battlefield afire. An offensive support with a love for wealth and flame. She bolsters your team while igniting acclaim. A doll whose fierce ambition won't ever tire. Her first skill, Beneficial Cycle, with a cost of 2, 75% physical damage, 2 flammable item stacks. With 2 burn buffs, she deals 75 more fiery attacks. And another 2 stability damage and a break is due. Comprehensive Rescue mends wounds with fiery care, healing allies for 130% of your attack, a vital embrace. Restoring 2 stability, Heat Recovery finds its place. If fully healed, Blazing Sword 2 ignites their flare. Ultimate, the secret to making money, sets the enemies ablaze. Heat Recovery and Blazing Sword 2 she'll gain. For 2 turns, her power ignites with fiery disdain, dealing 160% burn damage in the Searing Haze. A passive, Passion for Shopping, fuels her with flair and might. 1 action support, 80% physical damage she'll send, 3 stability break, Blazing Sword 2 to an ally she'll land. While Burn Burst ignite her, she gains 1 confectance for each buff outright. Oh, alright. Ksenia is a potential piece for a burn team. She's kinda a jack of all trades. Since she can buff your team quite a lot, she can also heal them. But when needed, she can deal some decent damage. With her first skill, she will attack and apply the debuff flammable item, which restores 2 stability to the unit that attacks the enemy, and makes the enemy lose 2 additional stability if the attack was burn damage. She'll also do another attack if she herself has 2 burn buffs. This skill can remove a lot of stability from an enemy. 4 stability damage from her 2 attacks and another 4 from the debuff, equaling 8 stability damage, without counting weaknesses. At Fortification 1, she'll also apply Overburn, a common burn debuff which a lot of other T-dots can play off with. So to maximize this skill, you want to use her ult first, since the ult gives her 2 burn buffs in the form of Heat Recovery and Blazing Assault 2. Heat Recovery is a sustaining buff. If your unit gets attacked while they have this buff, they will heal 30% of the damage, restore 2 stability and cleanse 1 buff from the attacker. Blazing Assault 2 gives a 50% attack increase, which means it can work well on any unit. The ultimate deals 5 stability damage, which is quite a lot, and on Fortification 2 it will deal 20% more damage if the enemy gets exploited, and will have a guaranteed crit against targets with Overburn on Fortification 6. This results in a surprising amount of damage which you can use to finish off targets, so your DPS units can focus the next target. Her second skill is the sustain part of her kit. She can heal a unit by a good amount and restore their stability by 2. She will also apply Heat Recovery, giving them a delayed heal and stability restoration. If she fully heals the target, they will gain Blazing Assault 2 for 2 turns. While this is a nice effect, this also means though that if Ksenia doesn't fully heal, this part of her skill will not trigger, which means you are forced to overheal with Ksenia, losing a bit of value. So this isn't too bad in retrospect, and the buffs are well worth it. On Fortification 5, she will restore 4 stability in total if the target does not get fully healed. With her passive, she will do a prioritized instance of action supports, which means she will attack before the original attacker. She will remove 3 stability and apply Blazing Assault 2 to the ally, giving her the chance to not only break the enemy, but also buff your ally before they even attack, maximizing their damage. If Ksenia has Heat Recovery, she will remove another 1 stability. At the end of her turn, she will gain 1 Confectance Index for each burn buff she has, which allows her to keep using her skills. On Fortification 2, she will deal a total of 5 stability damage if, apart from Heat Recovery, she also has Blazing Assault. And in Fortification 4, she will be able to do 2 instances of action support. The standard support build you would have on her would be the keys Win-Win Partnership, Friendship Gift, and Discount Guide. When healing an ally with Win-Win Partnership, Ksenia will apply a random buff to herself and the ally. With Friendship Gift, she will cleanse the debuff from any ally she applies the burn burn buff too, and with Discount Guide, she will recover another 1 Confected Index if she has Heat Recovery. If you then also equip her Purple Stitchkin gun, when she gives an ally an attack buff, she has a 50% chance to apply another random buff on top of it. Which means if she does an action support triggered by an ally, she can apply 2 buffs to that ally and cleanse 1 debuff and break the enemy. Ksenia can do a lot of break damage. If you were to count up the potential number of stability breaks you could inflict in a full round with enemies that have burn and handgun weakness, we get 6 stability break for each action support, totaling 12 and 7 stability damage from her ult. If the target was afflicted with flammable item, it would add another 4 stability break, accumulating in a whopping 23 stability break in 1 round. So you definitely want to abuse her passive to maximize damage. You want to use her in a burn team like Chakri, QBZ, Ksenia, and Somi as the AoE sustainer, since Ksenia sustain isn't that good, though you could also play another DPS or non-burn units. Ksenia is a pretty easy to use unit and she will do her job of buffing well no matter what team you play or how you play. The only secret you will need to keep in mind is how to make money.
Wake me up, I'm in it, yes, and I can't get enough.